Hi all, welcome to John's Model Making. Today we're carrying on with the U96 U boat. We've got kits 22 and kit 23. Excellent. I'll do kit 24, which is a PCB with lighting on a separate video. I don't think we'll be able to fit it in with these two. Now we will need what we did in kit 22. There we go. Those sleeping berths. This is the living room for the crew, front forward compartments. Kit 22 we have the commander's quarters, and kit 23 I think is radio room and listening room. There's quite a bit of detail on some of these parts as well, which is absolutely excellent. Brilliant. And we've got a little fire extinguisher just there. Excellent. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the instructions now that they're on the Hachette website, so you can download them. Brilliant. About time and all. Anyway, let's get on with the build. So here we have the parts, kit 22, always nicely packaged, nice and secure. There we go. Now we're talking about the detail. There we go. This is the circuit breaker door. There we go, that looks pretty good. Excellent. And there's our little, fire extinguisher. Brilliant stuff. I'll get all these laid out. There we go, those are the parts. This is actually the door to the circuit breaker cabinet. And then we have a room divider, the fire extinguisher, that is the radio. There we go, more detail on that little piece. That's excellent. And then we have a locker, bedside cabinet, and on this frame we have a toilet roll holder and a lamp. Finally in focus, there we go, brilliant. And then we have the bulkhead cladding and the toilet door. There we go, excellent. Okay, first thing we need to do is pop this desk into place. It goes just here, or bedside table I should say, not desk. There we go, pops into place just there, like that. And this locker here goes there like so. And then the radio goes on here. It will fit, so there's two pegs at the back. There we go, slots into place just there. That's all them. Now just need to glue them with a bit of super glue. So just pop a little bit of glue on each of the tabs. You don't need a fantastic lot as always, and we can pop them all back into place again. That's the bedside table. Now we've got the lockers, if they'll stay with me because I keep throwing things around. There we go. And now we have a little radio. We'll pop a little bit on there and there. Just a matter of slipping that. You see the tabs at the bottom. There we go. So the tabs keep at the bottom there, and they should go straight in, just like that. Excellent. That radio looks really cute. There we go. Finally. Again. Now we need the lamp off here, that little piece there, and that will go into that hole just there. I'll test fit this. I think I need my pliers, tweezers for this. There we go, that is where the lamp goes. I'll leave that in. I'll pop some glue on the back of that actually. Next we need these two pieces, 22.1 and 22.2. Now these join together. There's two tabs there, which I'll show you later anyway. But this, now there's a little recess there and there for them two pegs or lugs. Now if we put this flat on here, it will go into that groove. There we go. That's how it is. That's how it goes together. So pop a little bit of glue on this, and then we can pop it into place. There you could spread a little bit on here, because it does fit into there as well. Hold that there. Just make sure it's on a right angle. There we go. That should be set now. There's that circuit breaker door. Cracking detail. You can see the lightning bolt on the door as well in red, and that is the room divider. And basically that will sit just there, like so. I'm going to get shears me and super glue. Press that down. There we go. Looking excellent. Next thing we need is the fire extinguisher. There it is. Another cracking piece of detail. And that fits into that hole there. See if we can test fit this in. Always best test fitting everything. That should go. Yeah, it's going to be loose, that. A little bit of glue on that, and pop it back into place. There we go. You can see that lightning bolt a lot better now as well. Now we need the toilet roll holder, which is that little piece there, and that will go onto this bulkhead into that slot there. Excellent. So we'll get this off of here. There we go, trim that. So I think that needs a little bit of paint, a little bit of touch up afterwards. Like I said, it needs to go in there. It's a square hole, so that fits in there, and as you can see, it's been damage coming off the sprue, that. So I'll pop a bit of paint on that later. But that is now glued into position. Excellent. Yep. And the lamp, I think, does need a little touch up as well, that we have here in the commander's quarters. There we go. Yep. Bit of paint and that'll be fine. Excellent. Okay, now we have 22/8, which goes on the back here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 tabs. There we go, and this just fits over each and every one of them. There we go. Just like, hopefully just like that. There we go, I'll get them squeezed into place. That's them 3 in. There we go. Bit of a tight squeeze. Well, there we go, that's that in place. Now, that's a good test fit. Now we just need to glue that and pop it back into place. I think we'll pop some glue on the back here. There we go, excellent. Brilliant. Oh, nice and easy. All is left is the toilet door. Now, there's a hinge there and a hinge there. And you see the tab on the bottom. Obviously the tab goes into the floor. So we'll have to do this at an angle. Now that bottom hinge isn't lining up fully. There we go. Yeah, because of the position and everything. So if we just do it gently, try and force it down. The instructions do tell you to remove it if it becomes a problem. I think we can just ease that down. We won't have to break it off. Oh, we may have to. That wasn't. Oh, there it is. Snaps into place. Excellent. There we go. Bit of gentle persuasion and it's gone in. Now we can glue that into place. Put some on that top hinge. Put that there. And put some underneath. Don't need a fantastic lot. Excellent. That's kit 22 completed. It looks pretty good. We got the rooms to fill here, and we got a couple of benches in kit 23 now. Okay, kit 23. All these frames, there we have A, B, C, D on frame 23.1, E, F, G, H 23.2, and I, J, K, L on frame 23.3, and on 23.4, M and N. Some lovely detail there, looking excellent. And again on the third sprue 23.3, and the first sprue 23.1. Excellent, brilliant stuff. Then we have the stools on 23.5, frame with stool parts, legs and tops. We'll take them off, that's the first thing we do. And then next to that we have the frame with the table tops and the two benches. 23.6, this is 23.7, those are the legs for the benches, and there are the tables 23.8, 23.9. These are the radio and listening room tables. Partition bulkhead 23.10, and 23.11 we have another partition bulkhead for the listening room. Oh, that lovely detail on it, looking superb, excellent. And then we have the door frame 23.12, and the doors 23.13 and 14. Excellent stuff. There you go, into them hinges there. Got to make sure we get these the right way up. First of all, we need the stools and the tops. So we'll get these off the sprue with a scalpel. Be careful with these because they're very delicate, them legs, looking at them. They only look very thin. The tops aren't, they're fine. Them's off, no problem. I might need sprue cutters for these because they are a little bit flimsy. Just make sure you take the right leg off first, or the correct leg I should say, so you can get your sprue cutters into it. Now we can use the sprue, the scalpel again to get them off the sprue. There we go. Nice and bonny. Don't forget any flash or anything, trim it off. These have to sit on the decking, the floor of the deck. But first of all, certainly tops over, and we can fit the legs right in the middle. Pop a little bit of glue on them. There we go, we've done one. This is the second one. A little bit of glue in there. So that's the legs into the seats. The seats are O, the legs are P. And now we can pop them onto the floor. There's 3 little holes in that flooring. They don't go straight through the floor, but you can just about see them. Pop the stools in place like that, and then it's just a matter of gluing in place. Excellent. Like that. The stool is in place. Just dip the legs into the super glue and pop into place. Excellent. There we go. Looking hunky dory. Excellent. This is the area that we'll be working on with kit 23. Now we need the tables and the tabletops. Tops are Q and R off this sprue, and they fit on top of the tables 23.9 and 23.8. Gives it a nice finish, or a nice look to it anyway. And we pop these in place around the stools that we've just fitted onto the decking. There's 3 pegs on each. Make sure you get the correct tabletop for the correct table. That one doesn't fit that, that's the wrong one. There we go, that's the correct table. 3 pegs on each, they're in different positions obviously. Pop a bit of glue on them, and there we go, there's the 3 pegs. Easy peasy. There we go, we get some glue into them holes. second to set. Clamp it if you wish, does help. Here we have the top of this table. Pop that into place. There we go, snaps into place, no problem. Now we can apply some glue onto the decking and get the tables into place. And they just sit there and the other one sits alongside it. A couple of holes in the decking for all the tabs. There we go. Now we just need to glue them. Excellent. 23.8 is glued into position and there's 23.9. Excellent. You can see where they've come off the sprue. It's a pity that, really. If you've got the right colour paint you can just touch it up. Well, that looks nice. A lot more detail to come yet though. There we have the doors and the door frame. 23.12, 23.13 and 14. Now there are some marks on these doors. There's a rectangle and a diamond. Now the way to position these doors, the rectangle has got to be above the diamond when you pop it into place. Same with both doors. There you go. You can just see that rectangle and below it the diamond. So we get the hinges into, there we go, get the camera right, get the hinges into place and press down, ease it down, and you don't do it, overdo it. There we go. Same with this door again. The rectangle has got to be above the diamond, and there you can see it at the bottom of the picture. And then pop that onto the frame. There we got the hinges, there we go. That's the doors nicely in place. Excellent. Pop that on later. Now we need the partition 2310. And we need parts E and part M. So remove part E from 23.2 and part M from 23.4. And there we have part M. Pops onto that partition along with E. E goes at the bottom. It's got a couple of pegs already on there. That resides there. Part M fits there. Nice and bonny. Lovely detail on part M. We have other parts to fit on here. We have parts A and B. There we go. We take them off that sprue. And here we have part A and B. We fit them in place on that partition. Glue them all. There we go. There's two holes there. There we go. That's part B. That's where that resides. Part A sits along top side. Just there, like so. Need to glue all these yet, of course. Now we have the last piece to put in place, which is part A. Everything is now glued. There we go. We need F, L and K. We need to pop these into place on the other side of that partition. This is part F, which goes at the top with them two pegs. This one is part L. That sits just there. Part K sits alongside it. Make sure you get it the right way up. Study the picture. There we go. That is the correct way. Excellent stuff. More cracking detail. Finally focused. Excellent. Glue them. And there we go. That's them nicely glued in place. So we need parts D and G at 23.2 and 23.1, I should say. Sprues 23.1 and 2. And there we go. The back goes onto there. G goes on the back of D. Glue that into place. And we'll pop that on top of L. And there we are, glued into place. Excellent. Tape partition 23.11 and place it on your work surface as shown above. Tape part I from 23.3 and part N from 23.4. Excellent. I is now in position and there it goes, part N. Excellent. Loads of lovely detail on this one. Them dials look brilliant, the gauges I should say. There we are. Excellent. Looking cracking. Get them glued into place. Excellent stuff. Pop that to one side. We need the door frame back, and we need this partition. The door frame clips in to that position on 311. Should just clip in this one nice and tight. There we go. You can feel it as you're pushing it in. It's going to be a solid fit. Mind the doors as well with your fingers. Press that down a little bit more. That is that in place. We'll glue this onto the floor of the decking, so you don't need to glue them two together. Next we need 2310. That goes into the door frame in the middle. And two holes, two tabs. That is a loose fit. That's going to just fall off. So we can fix that later. Here we need the decking. We've got the floor of the decking. You can pop these two pieces onto there. There's three holes in the decking. Three tabs. Line that up. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Excellent. And 2310 goes in the middle. There we go, balanced nicely. You can glue that in a second or two. Now we can glue the tabs. 1, 2 and 3. Pop that into place. There we go. Now we can grab hold of 2310. Yeah, best put it in the hole first. And pop them on the bottom tab. You can't reach that with the cocktail stick. And then we can just lock that in between the tables, pop it in between the slots. There we go, excellent. Lots of detail. That's what I love about this build, is the amount of detail. Next we need these three pieces. We have J and H. J fits into H, so H is the backing and J is the instrument front. Make sure you get that the right way up as well. And there we have C, which is off first frame 23.1. There goes C, that is into that desk 23.8, and J and H go into 23.9 now. Pop a little bit of glue on, get these into place. There we go. Excellent. Line that up. Get that all nicely squared up. There we go. Now we just have this piece to put on 23.9. There you can see the detail on it as well. And that fits just in there. Excellent, that's nicely glued into place. Now we've got left are the benches. Well, there's another shot of all that detail, all that equipment in the radio and listening room. Opposite the commander's quarters. Now we have the benches, so we need to get these off the sprues and they go into them two holes in the decking. There we go. There's the bench. Here is the silver leg. See how it's shaped? That goes in between them tabs in the middle of the underside of that bench. And we can glue that into place, popping to there and on and there. Yeah, the first one glued. There we go. That will keep itself straight because of those four tabs in the middle of the underside of the bench. And that one I've already done. Now we can get these positioned, get some glue on the ends. That's one glued into place, and there is the second. Excellent, there we go. That is completed work for kit 23. All that lovely detail. Well, there we go guys, that is everything in place. There we go. That's the forward compartment living quarters for the crew and the commander. Excellent. And them doors just keep flying open. They don't lock into place. No, that one does, but one doesn't. But I love the detail. I love the detail on all that equipment. The decals on it look absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it takes its time this to get done, but once it's done, it's very satisfying to look at. Excellent. Now, I'm not sure exactly where this sits on the sub, but here we are with the submarine. Excellent. I remember all that. That was brilliant. Kit 24. Here we go. All those kit 24. We have a PCB from here, and we can pop in the LEDs. But I'll do that in a separate video because I think this one is going to be long enough. Excellent stuff. There we go. So kits 22 and 23. I'll get that up on my channel as soon as possible. And if you did like that, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Stay safe. Bye for now.